Because I knew sooner or later I would come across this video.
It get hot in that kitchen, boy. But you still gotta cook. And guess what? People gonna be coming with plates out. And they gotta be fed. You the chef, dog. Keep cooking.
Okay, my people, here we go. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome to the barbecue. My name's Jeff. I'm your chef. We always keep something on the grill around here, so be ready to take a plate home with you. We got a little bit we serving up today.
Okay, God, let come through. God was coming. It was coming through. People watching my stuff.
Now, we've been doing a series on relationships, marriages, and a disorder called narcissism. And the fact that many of us will deal with these people and not even understand what we're dealing with. We're very frustrated. We don't understand how they think that way because we don't think that way, because most people who aren't narcissistic don't think like a narcissist. But we can always understand what one thinks like, and we know how to involve ourselves with them, or whether to just not involve ourselves with them at all. I've been watching a lot of Dr. Ramani. She's one of the world top specialists on narcissism, and just listening to her speak and understanding what she's saying as far as the narcissistic disorder goes makes a lot of sense. A lot of people I've dealt with in my life are probably have a little bit of narcissism in their system and they don't even realize it. But the more I listen to her, the more I'm understanding why people think and believe the way they do and why they make you think something's wrong with you. Now, she goes over a lot of how when you leave a narcissist or when a narcissist is involved with you, how they will send you down a rabbit hole of emotions, through depression, through anxiety, through fear, because it's how they maintain control over you. The only way you're going to get past that is, one, understanding what they're doing, and two, get counseling or therapy. It's not a bad thing. It's like taking your car to a shop. If your car got problems with it and you don't know how to fix it, you're not going to just sit on it and try to figure it out most of the times. You're going to take it to somebody who's a specialist. And you do the same thing when dealing with a relationship issue that you just can't come to grips with. Now, I'm going to start this video out with this thing called rumination. And rumination is not a mental disorder. It's a process that people go through, and a narcissist will send you through rumination. They will have you thinking negatively, doubting yourself, doubting what you saw, doubting what you heard, gaslighting. That's what they do a lot. So I'm going to start this video off explaining that. And as the video goes on, she's going to break down exactly what being with a narcissist feel like after you leave that person and how they're going to keep control over your brain.
Of all of the grief and recovery and harm patterns of narcissistic abuse, rumination is often cited as one of the most disruptive.
Before we get started, let's understand what rumination is. Now, rumination isn't a mental illness. It's just a pattern of repetitive negative thinking that significantly worsens existing conditions like depression and anxiety, or can even lead to them, acting as a symptom or driver rather than a standalone diagnosis, though it's closely linked to disorders like OCD and PTSD. It's like mentally rechewing negative thoughts, making them harder to process and worsening distress, making it crucial to address and treatment for better mental health. Now, it's a symptom, but it's also like a vicious cycle where it traps people in negative loops, making them feel worse and preventing problem solving, thus prolonging depressive or anxious states. And the risk factor is excessive rumination can increase the risk of developing anxiety and depression, even in people without prior issues. And it's linked to other disorders. It can be seen in OCD, PTSD, eating disorders, interfering with normal functioning.
It leads people to feel zoned out, stuck in the past. I often say, let it out, which is why therapy is so important. A good therapist will let you keep letting it out. And at some point, almost all of it will come out. But sharing it and bringing it into the light can help end the cycles and provide a validating and new perspective as well.
Now, what she's saying is the key to getting past the point of how a narcissist controls your life, you've got to go get some therapy. You can't think that you can outthink what a narcissist does because they mentally destroy you and break you down to where they know you can't outthink this. You've got to seek help. If you don't want to have success in your life and you just want to go to a group of friends and try to get revenge on a narcissist, they're going to realize I still control you. I got your whole focus on me. Your whole focus is on trying to do something back to me to get back at the hurt I've caused you. With a narcissist, the best success is to be successful. They don't have control of your emotions anymore. They don't have the ability to make you angry anymore because they're not even on your radar. You're happily living your life, happily working your job, happy with a new group of people, happily with your new family. A narcissist is going to be unhappy that they can't control all of that like they used to. See, when you was with a narcissist, what did they do? Whenever you were happy, they made sure they said something to get on your nerves. They got up under your skin. They said something negative to you to make you feel less than. Because a narcissist wants to control your emotions. That's all they want to do. Because it makes them feel, I'm up on this person. I control this person. A narcissist does not like authority because of how it makes them feel. And they say, I'm going to put this feeling on somebody else because I don't like it myself. And they will throw that authority, degrading, just depressive feeling on you to make you feel less than them. So they feel like, I'm in control now. All therapy does is says, you know what? We're going to get you out of the mindset that that person put you in, and you're going to have a better life because of it.
In a way, the rumination can be a process of letting go and clearing space for the healthier stuff that will come. But please be patient with yourself. These things take time. When we think about the grief of the narcissistic relationship, there are lots of things that people are grieving. They're grieving the actual relationship. They may be grieving never having had a normal childhood, grieving that belief in happy endings, grieving that they won't be able to give their child that intact family, grieving getting divorced when you vowed you would never let that happen.
Now, a narcissist ain't stupid. They already know that they could attach you to the child. They could attach you to the family. Oh, yeah, such and such miss you. Oh, such and such was just asking about you the other day. They want you to forget all the shit that you went through. They want you to just completely wipe your brain clear by having this instant, oh, somebody misses me. Oh, they asked about me. Oh, things are so much better now. Let me come back home. No, it's a trap. That's called hoovering. Like we learned in the last video, it's called hoovering. They're love bombing you again. They're gaslighting you again. They're trying to get you to forget everything they went through and start a whole new chapter of narcissism. Like, hey, I can do better. I could treat you how you want to be treated. I'm not really that mean for real, when all you've experienced are those things with them. Now, when you go through therapy, it will open up the door to speaking about all of that so you can get it off your chest. Being with the narcissist is going to keep going through a cycle because they're going to bring you up and take you down, bring you up and take you down. Now, nobody wants to leave if they have kids. Nobody wants to leave if there's a marriage. But when you're dealing with a narcissist, you're not dealing with the person who has the mental intellect to even care about your feelings, to even see what love truly is. All they see is control. They see dominance and they see depression. How can they push you down to where they are? That's what a narcissist does. If you want to live like that for the rest of your life, that's a choice you have to make. But you can't come out and seek help every time this narcissist has you sitting in the floor crying and you're like, I don't know what to do. Everything is right in front of you. You have to make the first step in saying, you know what? I deserve better. This world is too big. There's a world of happiness and enjoyment out there. Why am I living miserable like this? What makes me think I deserve to live miserable because this person wants to make me miserable? Don't have to do it. The kids will understand. Your family will understand.
It's not just the simple stuff, like the loss of a marriage or the death of a loved one. It's very nuanced grief. But the one barrier that really complicates narcissistic grief is having to recover from the lies, from the fiction.
And now we're in the era of what I call social media-based narcissism. They're going to lie to you, commit fraud. They're going to do all of these things, untruths, half-truths, misleading people, and they're going to call it content. They're going to call it strategy because they found a new label to put their lies up under. Oh, it's my strategy. Oh, we got to be like this for content. Oh, we got to act like this and we can make people think this way, but really it's going to be this way. We're really happy, but we got to be mad and we got to be upset. And I got to do stuff in videos to irritate you. Like the one video where Dontay was going through a drive-through and purposely didn't get food for content to make her cry. See, this is what these new social media-based narcissists are doing. They're showing their narcissism to the world, but then they call it strategy. They call it, oh, I'm not lying. I'm not mean. I'm not really like that. It's my strategy. Understand, you guys are taking care of my content because it's my strategy to be like this. When you see a narcissist being that way in content and you keep supporting and enabling it, no matter what kind of therapy this woman's going to go through, you are encouraging that narcissist to be that way towards her. You are encouraging the lies, the fraud, the staging, the misleading, the strategy, when the real life is literally imploding. And you thinking, oh, it's just on the internet. It's nothing bad. This is just for content. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. This person is literally in video saying, oh, you're real mean when you argue with me. Oh, you say some really mean things, and they're laughing and joking. See, to a narcissist, it's content. Oh, this is good. Yeah, tell them how I'll be talking to you. Yeah. Let's argue. Let's fight. Yeah, let's, because they want to see that controversy, because it brings people that struggle, that strife. It all brings people. So when you have a social media based narcissist, you're going to truly be misled and be sucked into their whole dream of, we're going to be rich and famous by me controlling you and making you miserable and doing things to you. We're going to be rich and famous, so let me keep doing it to you. It's my strategy. It's just more bullshit.
When people slowly decide to detach from a narcissistic relationship and then actually go through the rigors of getting out of a narcissistic relationship, they are exhausted because the divorces are messy and contentious. The family disapproval is strong. Finding a new job is difficult.
And this is why I believe Dontay wanted her to work with him. Now remember, he was making her do content saying, you can't get a job. You got diabetes. You can't get a job. But yet when she does get a job, where is it? Working with him. So he can maintain the control. He can maintain the content. He can keep eyes on her and make sure she's not going off track from his narcissistic plan of controlling her. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. All of the hard things that are said, all of the harsh words, all of the putting down, all of the just depression-inducing conversations they're having. But he's like, at least I can keep eyes on you because you work with me. Never work with a narcissist. I already think working with your spouse is bad unless you own a business together. You own a business together, that's one thing. But if you're being employed by somebody, you can be employed by anybody. You don't got to sit right next to your spouse every day, all day, especially if they're a narcissist. You asking for problems at that point. How are you going to get away from it? You got to deal with it at home. You got to deal with it on the car on the way to work. You got to deal with it at work. You got to deal with it in the car on the way back. You got to deal with it at home again. It's a spiral. It is a depression spiral. The narcissist loves it because they're happy all the time. I'm getting content. I'm in control. I'm running things. And this person is miserable. No way out. I got this person trapped. What are they going to do without me? It's all about me. I ain't worried about them. It's about me. They can't do nothing without me. That's why you cannot get a job with a narcissist if you're dating that person. If you're at work and you're attracted to somebody who happens to be a narcissist, remind yourself, this shit can go down here real quick. I know how this person is.
Being ostracized from a group of friends is painful. It doesn't matter what kind of relationship you are trying to exit. It is very, very difficult. But the piece around lying and the lies you were told and recovering from those lies is a different kind of grief and recovery. After the initial dust settles, people look back and start feeling like they were in a Black Mirror episode and ask themselves, was any of that real? Did that relationship, what just happened? And as the lies get unearthed, when you recognize that a partner actually had been texting their lover during your birthday party, or your parent did not share lies that if you had known the truth, would have changed major life decisions you made, or changed things that affected the course of your life, that your partner chose to stay married to you because it was financially more expedient than getting a divorce, and they didn't stay because they loved you.
Now, as I was watching this video, that part struck out to me because we've been having a conversation about marriage versus love. I believe in love. Marriage is an institution. You put yourself in, it's a contract. But like she said, somebody can be married to you and not even love you. So what is the point of the marriage? Is it to get something out of life? Like, I want to be married to you so I can get a house, so I can get something on your credit. That's what marriage is about? Because if it's about love and you love this person, then you wouldn't have all of these issues you deal with. And people say, man, love is hard. You got ups and downs in love, this and that. Yeah, but love is patient. Love is considerate. You got all these religious people out there saying God is love, but yet they do a flip and say, well, love could be mean. Love could be abusive. Love could be depression. I'm like, how can God be all of that? If you say God is love, but you say love is depression, anxiety, and anger and abuse, It don't make sense to a logical person, because you just said God is love, love is patient, love is kind, but love also is all of these negative things. No, that's hate right there. It's a thin line between love and hate. They got a song about it. Thin line. And when you don't understand that line, you on the other side of it, and you don't even realize you dealing with somebody who don't even like you. They hate you. Oh, they love me. That's why they smack me. They love me. That's why they shove me in the face. If they didn't love me, they wouldn't shove me in the face like that in public. If they didn't love me, they wouldn't, kick me in the butt when I was walking down the steps like that. People have a twisted meaning of love. It's a thin line between love and hate. When you're in a marriage and you don't have that love, you know it ain't love. You know what love feels like. You know in your soul and in your heart what it feels like. But you keep tricking yourself to make yourself think hate is actually love. Putting me down because he's upset means he loves me. That's how an abusive person sounds.
That all of the future fakes were fake, and all of those promised things never came to fruition and were never going to happen. You were never going to do the things they married, like move closer to family or have the support to go back to school or take a vacation or have kids.
Now tell me, Dr. Ramani, she is an expert at this. She has seen this situation a gazillion times across her plate. When she just said, oh, go back to school, travel and have vacation, have kids, is that not the three exact things Dontay was putting in his content with Hannah all the time? We trying to get pregnant. Oh, we taking vacation. Oh, we going back to school. That the exact three things Dr. Ramani just said narcissists will do to you, would lie to you and say to you. The exact three things. Did we not see that in his content? This lady is an expert for a reason. She's seen narcissism. She knows what they sound like. Oh yeah, we're going to go back to school. Oh, it's my strategy. We wasn't really going back to school. It's my content strategy. We ain't going back. We going to travel. We ain't really going to travel. That's my content strategy. We're just trying to get people to watch our videos. Oh, we going to try to have a baby. Can't even take care of the kid he got because he ain't got no job, on welfare, low income. We going to have a baby. Dr. Ramani knows a narcissist. I'm telling you, when you watch her videos and you understand the dynamics of what you just witnessed, watching Hannah and Dontay being married, she's not far off. She knows narcissism when she sees it. And I'm like, this is exactly what we've been looking at the whole time. A narcissist control a woman to the point of abuse. And now we're expecting her to just be okay with it. Just do a video. Dr. Ramani even said, it's going to take a while. Takes time to come out of all that abuse mentally, to go through it, to ruminate through your mind over and over again. It takes a while. This is not content. This is somebody's real life.
And now it's too late to address many of those things. So not only is it the grief of the lies, meaning you didn't or couldn't do some things, but the confusion about what was actually real in your life. It can leave people in a ruminating fog, staring at old photographs and wondering, I was smiling, but now I know it was a lie. Was I happy? Were they happy? What just happened to me and what just happened in my life?
And that part right there is why I went back and audited all that content, because it was lies, fake smiles, fake happiness. Because every time he would break up with a woman, oh, I just want to be back with Leo's mom. That's why. So all of that was fake. All of the lies, the smiles, the hugging in the kitchen, the planning, all this stuff, the getting married, that was all fake. It was all fake. That's what a narcissist will do. He will make you live a life where you think it's real. You thinking these hugs are real. These plans are real. These kisses are real. The whole time in his head, he's like, this is content to me. I'm just doing this because I'm trying to get something out of you. I need to use you to get something. I want to be a YouTuber. So I have to put you in my videos to get what I want out of you, which is content. And that content will pay me so I don't have to work. It's narcissistic thinking. They don't have the capacity to love. So what does he do? Removes all the videos because he knows they were fake. It wasn't his real life. It was content using someone, just like he used 3 or 4 women in probably a 2-3 year span. It was like 3-4 women on his channel in a quick span, and he was engaged to 3 out of the 4. That's not real. That's not real. How can you be that in love with 3-4 women in a 2-year span and where you want to marry each one of them? That's fake to me. That's not real. All the content is staged. It's all strategy. It's how narcissists lie. They control your moods. They make you think back on that like, man, I spent a whole year with this dude, hugging on camera, kissing on camera, making all these plans on camera. It was all strategy. It was lies. It was content. It wasn't real.
When working with survivors, I often encourage them to divide things into different categories: episodes, contexts, and feelings. When people ask themselves, was my life real? It can be really challenging because, yeah, it was, as real as anything is, but the issue is not whether those things happen, but it's the interpretation and perception of those events that's getting challenged.
You know my true intentions.
So the question is not, when you look at the pictures, did we go to Italy? Obviously, yes, you did. You have the pictures of you standing in front of the Tower of Pisa, or the yellowed boarding pass stub, or the earrings you bought at a flea market. Yes, you were there. So that part was real. Yes, you did go to Italy. Yes, you did go to that restaurant or stayed in that hotel or whatever it was you did. That real part is the episode. The episode happened. But then, when you look at that smile and look at that photo,
You know my true intentions.
and you're both smiling big, and then you do the math and recognize, for example, that perhaps your partner's affair was actually happening at that time. You just didn't know it at the time. It doesn't take away the episode. You, in fact, did get on a plane and go to Italy, but it changes the context.
You know my true intentions.
You were actually in Italy with a person who was thinking about and communicating with someone else. The trip, the physical trip, was real, but the circumstances were not what you thought.
And this is why we tell Hannah and other women like Yasmin and Leo's mom, the episodes you all went through were real. The content you did was real. It was actual real content. The intentions behind that content was not so you can be a family. It was not so you could be deeper in love. It was not so a man could spend time with you for the rest of his life. It was he needed something to put on YouTube to get money to be full-time on YouTube. That was the intent behind it. So everything you did was real. You lived it all. You can't even look back on it and say, man, I am glad I went through all of that. To a certain degree, you probably can say, I'm glad I learned what a narcissist is. I'm glad I went through that so I know what to look out for next time. But to say he was really in love with me, not possible. He really wanted to be married to me and to have a, not possible. I even laughed the moment Dontay said, oh yeah, me and my wife talked and, we both want to be in a long-term marriage. Who says long-term marriage? I even said that in the video I made. I said, who says long-term marriage? Is there a such thing as a short-term marriage? Is that, hey man, you want to be in a short-term marriage? Let's do something. Let's just be in a short-term marriage. That's why I said I believe in love before I believe in marriage, because the way people categorize marriage, even in conversation, even back and forth to each other, it doesn't have anything to do with love. I don't sit and I tell somebody, you know what? I want to be in a short-term love with you. I just want to be. No, when you love somebody, you say, I love you. I want to take care of you. I love you, this and that. I want to be in a long-term love with you. I want to be in a long-term love. No, you either love them or you don't. So for him to sit up on video and say, yeah, we were talking and we both agreed that we want to be in a long-term marriage, as opposed to, because in my thing, I think once you marry somebody, you should agree to say, hey, you know what? I love you enough to be along with you forever. Now, I got divorces on my plate because I didn't understand marriage at that point in time. I did not know what I was signing up for. I didn't know I would have to deal with somebody's bullshit who was bullshitting the whole time and I couldn't say nothing about. No. I'm not signing up for that. If you don't love me and we involve ourselves in marriage, the marriage is not going to work. There's no love there. So there can't be a marriage there. In order for it to be a marriage, you have to have a base of love. If there is no base of love, which a narcissist does not have a base of love, they only love themselves, their own mission, their own strategy, their own goals. They don't care if you're being used to get there. So once you realize that about a narcissist, you'll say, there's no way I can marry you. Why? Because you're a narcissist. Ain't no way possible I'm going to stick myself in a relationship with you.
Ain't no fucking way.
And be married for your convenience, for you to get something out of this. And I don't get anything out of it. Not even love. I get nothing out of it. That's the thing. You've got to understand why these people even get married to begin with. Is to use you for something.
And that shift in context can really do a number on your mind. Fact is that people were smiling in the picture. We don't know actually, though, why.
You know my true intentions.
Then there is the feeling part. You believed you had gone to Italy with a loving partner, maybe to address a rough patch in the relationship or take your first trip together in years. That smiling picture. You recall being happy that day. Was your partner happy that day? Who the hell knows? Maybe they were. Maybe they were actually happy having a nice time in Italy with you because it's beautiful. And they were bolstered by whatever additional narcissistic supply their affair was giving them. Maybe they weren't happy. Maybe it was a white-knuckle trip for them, and they had planned to divorce you, so they were smiling through gritted teeth.
You know my true intentions.
Now, when you're dealing with a narcissist that's social media driven, you've got to realize everything they're doing is for content. It's not for you. It's not to see you smile or happy. The entire time you're laughing, having a good time, they're thinking, where can I set the camera up? How can I change this situation into something like a cliffhanger? How can I piss her off and then make her happy at the end? How can I do this? Just like when he was proposing to that one girl on the content, what did he say? He says, oh, it's going to be so emotional. I'm going to set it up. I'm going to do like this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to set the camera. Oh, it's going to be so emotional. He was saying that in the video as he was setting it up. It's going to be so emotional because he wasn't doing it for her happiness. So she felt real about it. She was true about it. She thought it was a true engagement based on love and him wanting to be married. He was setting it up on camera. Oh, I can't wait till I get engaged. Oh, it's going to be so emotional. Y'all going to love it. I'm going to do this and do that. It's going to be so emotional. It was all a setup. It was a game. It was strategy. It was fraud. It wasn't based on love. If you're going to do something, do it. But you don't got to sit up there and knowing damn well you don't want to marry this girl because you already said, well, my mom told me not to marry her. So you're going to get engaged to her again and do it all over again. It's all for content. It was not real. So it was real that you were there, real that you were laughing, real that you were smiling, real that you felt that you were getting engaged to and about to be married to this guy. But for him, it wasn't real. It was just content. That's all it was.
And the feeling part is the part that really does a number on your grief and recovery, because you perceived a truth that your partner, just like in that picture with that big smile, was all in, or they were happy. You see that smiling picture? But in fact, it wasn't what you thought. A narcissistic relationship involves years, if not lifetimes, of wishful thinking, and all of that wishful thinking being drawn and rendered into a relationship. Basically, all of those justifications and hopes and beliefs in future faked promises becoming a sort of picture you have drawn of the relationship you want.
Let me say it again. Dr. Ramani is a professional. She basically said exactly what Hannah did without even knowing Hannah. What did Hannah say on video? I love the way your mind works, the way you dream, the way you picture us doing this and picture us doing that, and the way that's what Hannah was saying. Dr. Ramani just said a narcissist will have you thinking all of these things, saying all of these things, painting an illusion in your brain to suck you in even deeper. I'm telling you, Dr. Ramani is good. She's dealt with a lot of Dontays, dealt with a lot of Hannahs, women who were in it, men who were probably in abusive relationships with the narcissistic woman. So when I'm listening to Dr. Ramani, knowing all the content that we audited, that we went through, Dr. Ramani is basically telling you exactly what Dontay will do, what Hannah will do, how they end up. She's telling, because she's seen this story before. It ain't nothing brand new. It's a narcissist telling a girl, oh, when I get this money, I'm going to do this, and we get this money, we going to do that. We ain't got to work no more. We going to be CEOs of the company. Yeah, we going to be CEOs of the, oh, we going to both get Oscars by the end of this year. We going to be in commercials by the end of this year. We going to be, and Hannah said, oh, I love the way your mind thinks. Oh, you paint this beautiful picture of the world. Oh, I love the way. That's what they were doing. He was gaslighting her, hoovering, love bombing, everything a narcissist does to link this girl in. She was real. Hannah was real. She really thought she had a relationship, really thought she had a love going. She really thought she had a real marriage, not knowing she was with the dude who has said the exact same shit to every girl he's been with. The only reason why he even shows Hannah and all this stuff online is to make Leo's mom jealous, because he said that in one of his videos. The only reason why he got with Jasmine was to make Leo's mom jealous. Did he not say that? You don't think he's doing the same thing to Hannah? I mean, he's already admitted, oh, I was on the phone with my baby mama. I was trying to get back with her. I was talking good too. I was talking so good. I was trying to get back with her. He's giving you all the information on who he is. Dr. Ramani is helping you break it down. So will we say Dr. Ramani is a hater? Oh, you a hater, Dr. Ramani. You hating on people like that. Why you hating on people? No, some people break it down for real and will tell you exactly who you dealing with. I'm the hater. I just break it down for real. I cook.
The relationship you hope for, the relationship you wanted to believe in. When the lies slowly reveal themselves, the justifications are shown for what they are, and it is devastating. The cognitive dissonance, the trauma bond, all of that, the whole thing confuses you and leaves you really confused. A key element to narcissistic grief is rumination. You ruminate about the lies and why didn't I see any of this? Why didn't I leave when I saw the lies? And why didn't the people who knew about the lies say something to me?
Why didn't people who knew about the lies say something to me? See, I didn't know Dontay. I just started auditing his content in August of 2025. Everybody else claims they've been watching him for years. So they knew how this dude was. They saw him running through women. They saw him lying to Hannah. They knew about the lies. They knew about the games. They knew about the deceit. You can't tell me that many people were slow and low IQ. There were a lot of people in his comments that were saying, you know what, dude, stop lying, stop fraud. You always say this. Those people were called haters because they was keeping it real. Those were a bunch of Dr. Ramani's that was in his comments saying this dude is crazy. He's narcissistic. He's out of his damn mind. We've heard this story before. Hannah, you ain't nothing new. We've heard it all. But yet you got the enablers, the Gagachus. God got you, Hannah. You gonna be good with him. He a good man. He a good man. God bless you. God got you. But yet, Dr. Ramani says, you've got people who knew, and you probably, Hannah, you probably sitting there saying, why didn't everybody keep it 100 with me and tell me this dude was like this? We can look in all of his content, just like I audited, and you can see this dude was like this before you. He was like this with other women. He was running game and strategy and lies and fraud before you. And now he's still doing it after you. But yet all these people on the channel that claim they support you, all these people on the channel that claim they got your back, they really don't. They're gaslighting just as much as he is. They're just to blame for the way you feel that you got duped, because the moment I saw it, you can look at all my content. The moment I started auditing this content, I told you to watch out. I said, this dude is not who he say he is. Hannah, you missing red flags. I even got video saying you missing all the red flags. See, when I stepped in, the barbecue took it. We put the meat on the grill. We called it exactly what it is. This shit's chicken. This ain't beef. This shit's chicken. This ain't USDA. This is a bunch of chicken. So I tried to keep it 100 with you on my channel. I didn't fluff it up like the Gagachus. I didn't fluff it up like all the enablers, all the low IQ dusties. I didn't fluff it up. I told you exactly what it was. Even Dr. Ramani is telling you through hers, when you're dealing with somebody like Dontay, you will be caught in a loop. You will be caught in a rumination loop of why didn't I know? Why didn't somebody tell me? Why didn't anybody? Am I the only idiot here? No, you're not the only idiot there. The idiots are the people that let you get this deep into it without saying, wake up. And there were a lot of people out there who were telling you to wake up, but Dontay wouldn't let you listen to him because they knew exactly how he was.
And you just play that loop over and over again. And then people who are caught in these relationships become really self-disparaging. You say things to yourself like, why was I so stupid? Why did I fall for it? Why didn't I believe the people who actually did tell me? Because we all fall for it. Cognitive dissonance is real, and we break it by making that picture to be what we want.
Now, she said cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance to me is just doubting yourself, not trusting your gut. That's what cognitive dissonance really is. In hood terms, it's just not trusting your gut. Go with your gut instinct. Because what you're doing is you're creating a stress within yourself, an internal stress within yourself saying, should I? That don't sound right. Does it? And you know it don't sound right. You know it, you know it sounds like bullshit, but you do it anyways. You don't sit up and go, you know what, man? I'm strong enough to call you out, bro. You full of shit. You don't do that because cognitive dissonance make you go, I'm leaning for the best. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. It's you doubting yourself, doubting your own internal strength, that you know exactly what's going on. You know exactly what you think and what you see as being real, but you doubt it. You doubt it because you want something else to be real that ain't real. You want Dontay to be a real man. How many videos has this dude made? I'm going to be a real man. I'm trying to be a real man. I'm just young. I'm growing. I ain't a real man yet, but I'm going to be a real man. You wanted him to be a real man so bad. Listen to that real man shit. And he never became that. Even through this breakup, even through what y'all going through right now, does it seem like he's a real man? Does it seem like he's being a real man? He's full of shit. I mean, the fact that he even had to abuse you to the point that he went to proves he ain't a real man. A real man can talk to you, tell you a state of mind. This is what I'm thinking. You know, I disagree with XYZ. I don't like XYZ. That's what a real man will do, is sit you down at the board table and help you run this house like a company. You know what? We got to sit down and have a board meeting tonight at dinner. Everybody, all kids come in. We have, that's what a man does. He runs a household. He don't beat a household. He don't abuse a household just so he stays at the top. Cognitive dissonance. You had a gut instinct about this dude. Even your parents had gut instincts about him and they followed their gut. Your family had gut instincts. They followed their gut, but you had this cognitive dissonance. Now he not like that, y'all, and you don't even know him. I think you don't even know him. He's going to be good. He going to be great. He going to be famous. This is Dontay London. You had cognitive dissonance. Understand what it is. I'm telling you, there's a lot that goes into a relationship, but you got to look into self before you can say, I want to share myself with somebody else. There's things you need to go through in therapy, things you need to go through in counseling so you can adjust you before you can say, I'm ready to be with this person. You got to be strong enough to be with certain people, to shut them down. When they start bullshitting, hey, listen, not happening. You got bad credit. We're not doing that. Why not? Because I don't trust you. You got bad credit already. Oh, well, we ain't going to be together. And if you ain't going to let me, cool, then we ain't going to be together. But you already got a damn 485 credit score. And you telling me you want to do this shit with my money now? No, that's why you got a 485 credit score. You don't have the income to support that expense right there. You got to be strong enough to shut it down and say, walk. Don't have that cognitive dissonance in you to doubt yourself. Trust your gut.
We also put the focus on ourselves. We focus on doing everything we can to make the relationship look the way we want and blame ourselves for not being perfect when it doesn't work. We put together the holidays, we put together the vacations, we put it together so we can convince ourselves I'm in a good relationship. It is traumatic to feel that you were living a sort of double life. You see the truth of it now, but while you were in it, could not imagine that it was that.
You know my true intentions.
And it's funny how Dr. Ramani put it, that you were living a double life. Now, we know based on his content, he was living a double life. He even said it in his content. Whenever I post happy stuff, my real life, y'all don't watch it. So it forces me to stage content, to do struggle content, to do fraud, to do lies, to do strategy, to mislead y'all. But then he comes back and says, I wasn't misleading y'all. I was decorating and I let y'all think what y'all wanted to think because y'all like to see me struggle. So I let y'all think that. Hannah was trapped in a double life. She was promised all of this traveling, all of this fame, all of this wealth, all of this greatness. And she was given, you gonna ask your parents? She was given, you wanna live in the basement? She was given, we gonna get evicted? She was given, our lights is about to be turned off. That's what she was given. She was given a double life. We're gonna live great and good if you can help me bullshit these people. I need a family channel that allows me to bullshit people about our family so we can make money. Nobody wants to live a double life. But when you were the narcissist, they will justify it and say, if you don't let me live the way I'm telling you to live, we're not going to succeed. And they will mentally beat you down until you agree on being a piece of shit just for their benefit.
When I talk to long-term survivors, the rumination really takes a toll and draws them into their own heads. They think of their younger selves who still believed in all of it, who tried so hard, and they almost feel a sense of pity for that younger, seemingly naive person. Perhaps the grief is the loss of that younger self, or of the exhaustion of their hope in the unavailable and rejecting partner, parent, friend, whoever it was. This area of understanding narcissistic abuse is just now evolving. Their younger selves, we're just understanding narcissistic abuse now, so their younger selves would not have been able to find a therapist who would have actually gotten it. So there was no way to get to see the light. The rumination isn't just about the lies, but also about, if I had known then what I know now, if I had known what their behavior was about, I would not have spent so many years feeling crazy. It's also a rumination about spending time in a circumstance made harder by not knowing and self-blame. And then there is a period of time when a person looks back at what has happened in their narcissistic relationship and then is able to explain the episodes that made no sense at the time. The clarity, while potentially liberating, it's almost like breaking a code. It can leave a person working backwards to make sense of what just happened, but also feeling as though they are grieving for the hopeful person they once were, who was futilely waiting for change.
And I really let Dr. Imani go in at the end because that made so much sense to me, to just hear how she put that entire monologue. Even I go through that sometimes. When I look at my former life, I mean, that's probably why I got this truck sitting here. I mean, I've had this truck for 14 years. I've had this truck longer than I've had any woman. 14 years I've had this truck. And maybe it's because I look at it like, this is the real me. This is the one stable thing that I got in my life that I didn't have to get rid of because it never gave me that much of an indication that my life was going in the wrong direction. Even when the transmission blew out, I could fix the transmission. I was okay with it. Most people, I'm gonna trade it in. Transmission's blown, I'm trading it in. I said, I could fix it. And I tried to be like that with people when I was younger. I would try to say, I'm gonna be with this girl. I think I can fix her. She's kind of mean. She lies. She's bad with money. She's very inconsistent. Her stories on that, but I could fix her because I am the accountant that goes back into data and I can find out what the problem is and I can solve it by doing a journal entry. I can fix it. All I got to do is a journal entry and it's done. It's fixed. That's how accountants think, how engineers think. All I got to do is break it apart, diagnose it, see what parts are bad, and I can fix the broken parts. That's how I thought about people. But people are not cars. People are not spreadsheets. And I would always involve myself in the situations with people who I should never been with. Honestly, I should have never been with them because we were not a fit, but I didn't realize we were not a fit until after the fact. After, like Dr. Imani said, when you go back and look and say, had I known then what I know now, I would have never messed with that. I was always trying to fix. I always believed that there's nothing so broken I can't fix it. Bring me whatever problem you got, I could fix it. But now, at this point in my life, I realize some people are just who they are. There is no fixing. It's who they are. That's their personality trait. You can't change it. They have to go through therapy, internally change themselves. There is no, if you're cheating on me, all I'm gonna do is help you find a different job. If you're cheating on me, I'm gonna get you a different phone with a different phone number. You don't fix it like that. There's no patch to it. A cheater is what they are. It's something internal. They have to tell themselves, what is the benefit of me doing this when I can destroy so much by doing this? You have to dig within yourself to say that. So when a cheater cheats, I don't try to fix them. That's just not me no more. I don't say, okay, we'll try it again. And we're going to do something different this time. We're going to move to a new city. They're just going to cheat in a new city. Oh, we're going to get you a different job. They're going to cheat at that job. I'm going to get you a different phone. They're just going to text somebody from a different phone number. Cheaters are who they are. And Dr. Imani, she helps understand that even through going through narcissism. You can't change everybody. So start with yourself. It'll make a world of a difference. Shout out to all the true believers out there dropping them blessings in our comments when all these fake creators using this against y'all religion. This is for you. Now this for the guy got you. See you at the barbecue, and I got a spot for you. So gon' bust a block or two. What else is you gotta do? Just pull up to the potluck, cause I got a pot or two. And I got a lot of crew, and I got a lot to do. These chickens sitting simmer now, so I'm about to throttle through. The latest model you would do is still kinda bother you, but nobody's stopping you. I'm preaching that gospel, woo. My pop was still popping through. The cops are still watching through. The prophets on the block were shouting loud like the guy got you. They spitting the rituals and giving the signals. Religion getting spiritual, we getting residuals. The prophecy cyclical and poverty cyclical. See, dad leave kids grieve, mamas need miracles, and I'm getting sick of you. The hood and went digital. These cameras all around, so it's easier getting you. The fiction that you spitting getting seriously critical. It's trash, like your ass on a minstrel. The code about to bench you, the clan wanna lynch you. The evidence of penance hella strong with the stench too. The barbecue I'm grilling for the women and men too. Your hands up in the sky when the spirit's within you, and you just wanna give it to the Lord you done been through. The droughts that you went through. But you wanna win through. It's constantly getting you to the point of a sin too. You gotta get that paper in your pockets, cause rent due. Cause even in Flint too, these criminals sprint through. The government bent you. See you on the bench, dude. Now you at the barbecue, and I got a spot for you. So gon' bust a block or two. What else is you gotta do? Just pull up to the potluck, cause I got a pot or two, and I got a lot of crew. But this for the God you. We the true. For all my people out there that's true believers, you know what I'm saying? Out there spreading that energy, spreading the word out there. I might not do it. These fake creators out there, they trying to do it to use it against you. I'm saying don't give up. Stay a God at you if that's what you are, you know what I'm saying? Don't even be ashamed of believing in the Lord. Don't be ashamed of that. Do what you do. Don't worry about us. We just out here creating content, having a good time. But do not let nobody use that against you. You gotta peep that out for yourself, you know what I'm saying? We at the barbecue and this is how we get down.
Okay, God, let come through. God was coming. It was coming through. People watching my stuff.
We the true.
It get hot in that kitchen, boy. But you still gotta cook. And guess what? People gonna be coming with plates out. And they gotta be fed. You the chef, dog. Keep cooking.
Reality.